अब अपने विचारों के प्रति सजग हो जाएं। Become aware of your thoughts. अब अपने शरीर के प्रति सजग हो जाएं। अगर शरीर में कोई संवेदनाएं हो रही हों तो उसे महसूस करें। Become aware of any sensations in your body. एक लंबी गहरी सांस और उसे छोड़ दे। Take a long deep breath in and breathe out. अब अपने वातावरण के प्रति सजग हो जाएं। Become aware of your environment. जहाँ पे भी आप बैठे हुए हों, just become aware of the space you're in. और एक लंबी सांस लें और उसे धीरे से छोड़ दें। अपने शरीर के प्रति सजग हो जाएं। अगर इच्छा हो तो धीरे से अपने गर्दन को हिला सकते हैं, घुमा सकते हैं। Just start becoming aware of your body and take another long deep breath in और एक गहरी सांस लें और करके उसे छोड़ दें। और फिर धीरे से very slowly and gently taking your time as you feel comfortable, जैसे आपको comfortable लगे, you can gently open your eyes. As you feel comfortable, आप धीरे से अपने आँखों को खोल सकते हैं। Everyone doing good? Yeah. I know you're doing good. I've never had someone who's not doing good after a short meditation. So, how was it? How many are feeling calm? How many are feeling a little bit more peaceful? Maybe दिमाग में जो constant chatter चल रही होती है, that has slowed down a little bit, maybe just a tiny bit. Even if it did not slow down, maybe you're feeling relaxed. Could be anything. Peaceful, relaxed, wonderful. Someone said they felt like they were in the Brahmand. All of that, all of that. Yeah. Maybe someone is feeling like they have more energy. It's okay, whatever you're feeling, there is no right or wrong feeling. Whatever the body needs, the body gets. Feeling better, feeling very cool and good. Very nice. So just think about it. We didn't do a lot. We did. Someone is feeling energized. Very good. We did a very short प्राणायाम. हमने काफी छोटी सी एक प्राणायाम की, राइट? भस्त्रिका प्राणायाम. उससे पहले नाड़ी शोधन हमने किया था. और भस्त्रिका के ठीक बाद हमने एक छोटी सी मेडिटेशन की, एक छोटी सी ध्यान की. And you're already feeling, oh, this is so nice. I'm feeling energized. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling calm. I'm feeling relaxed. अंदर से अच्छा लग रहा है. Yeah. Won't you want to feel like this every day? आप में से कोई ऐसा है यहाँ that would not want to get this feeling of peaceful calmness energy every day? I doubt. I think everyone will want this. So हम लोग बहुत सारी चीजें करते हैं अपने लिए लाइफ में, राइट? हम लोग अच्छा खाना खाते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि बचपन से हमें सिखाया गया है कि अच्छे स्वास्थ्य के लिए अच्छा खाना खाना जरूरी है. फिर हम में से कुछ लोग व्यायाम करते होंगे. मे बी वी एक्सरसाइज, वी गो टू द जिम, या हो सकता है बाहर खेलते हैं, दौड़ते हैं, राइट? Why do we do that? That's taking care of our physical body. Because again, हमें सिखाया गया है कि थोड़ा व्यायाम करना, थोड़ा एक्सरसाइज करना is good for the body. Similarly, हम लोग स्वच्छ वातावरण में रहते हैं. We keep our surroundings clean. Yeah, why? Again, we've been taught that cleanliness is good. If we are not clean, then we have diseases. It's an unclean environment. It does not help us. Similarly, we take care of our physical cleanliness. हम लोग हर रोज नहाते हैं, दांत साफ करते हैं, इतनी सारी चीजें हम लोग करते हैं. But if you notice, we are doing all of this for our physical body, which is very important. Exercise, food, cleanliness, very important. Otherwise, it leads to diseases. उसी तरह से हमें अपने दिमाग की भी केयर लेनी चाहिए. It's very important to take care of our mind as well. And when we don't take care of our physical body, जब हम अपनी physical body की केयर नहीं लेते हैं, तो हमारा physical body हमें तुरंत बता देता है. भूख लग जाती है, अंदर से अच्छा नहीं लगता है, राइट? हम बीमार पड़ जाते हैं. So our physical body immediately tells us if we are not taking care of it properly. But our mind does not immediately tell us if we are not taking care of it. It takes a long time for our mind, for us to feel that we have neglected to take care of our mind. And how do we feel that? We feel that through our emotions. When we get very upset, when we get disturbed easily, when we get angry, when we feel sad, जब हमें दुखी फील होता है. इंडिया में अक्सर हम इसके बारे में बात भी नहीं करना चाहते हैं, राइट? Nobody wants to talk about feeling depressed. Why? Because it's a taboo. How can you feel depressed? Yeah. But everyone goes through periods of depression, whether we know it or we don't. And all those things, depression, mental diseases, stress, not feeling happy, getting angry easily, being irritable, all of those are symptoms of our mind. हम जब अपने दिमाग की केयर नहीं लेते हैं, तो those are the things that we start to see immediately. So yoga and meditation, they help us take care of our mind. And if you really think about it, you know, we think that we are in control of everything. We think, हम क्या सोचते हैं? I am doing this. It's me. I have to do this. But really, everything that we do or we think we do or that happens to us really, everything comes to fruition by the power of our mind. Without mind, there is nothing. There is absolutely nothing. And when our mind is uplifted, जब हमारे दिमाग की जो टेम्परामेंट या स्थिति या हमारा दिमाग पॉजिटिव प्लेस पे है, जिसमें हमें हमारे दिमाग में अच्छे विचारें आ रही हैं, वी आर फीलिंग पॉजिटिव, अपलिफ्टेड, जॉयफुल, energized, that's when we are in the meditative state, and that's when our prana is high. And when our prana is high, guess what happens? You do well in your life. You do well in your exams. You can learn faster and better. You can retain more. Your natural intelligence goes up. Your ability to retain information goes up. Your personal qualities improve. If some of you feel sometimes, I don't feel like I have enough confidence, or if someone feels, I don't think I am good enough, or I am not intelligent enough, or I can't do this, I will guarantee you this. You meditate, you pick up a meditation routine, you learn how to meditate, and you meditate only for 1 week, 7 days, and you see how it will switch for you. How you will start to see you're more alert, you're more aware, you're learning better, you're performing better. Everything starts to come to you. The quality of your life improves, your relationships improve, you feel healthier, you feel more positive. You start doing well in life, your exams start going better and better. And everything, I'm only giving very few examples, but every single thing that you can imagine for yourself becomes possible, because everything is born in the mind. We think we create everything. No, everything is just born. It's already there. It's born in the mind. And you know what is the funniest thing? I call it funny because all of this knowledge, as we call it, has been there in India, in our yoga shastras, in our Vedic literature for centuries, for thousands of years. We take it for granted, right? Why? Because it's already there. हाँ Veda में लिखा हुआ है. We don't value it because it's already there. But it's invaluable. It's absolutely invaluable. People in the West, in the US, in Europe, and all over the world, they are running after this. You know why? Because they barely scratched on the surface. They scratched on the surface of yoga and meditation. उन्होंने योगा स्टूडियोज में जाके थोड़ा सा योगा किया, किसी ने उनको थोड़ा सा मेडिटेशन करा दिया, and suddenly they started feeling, oh wow, I am feeling so much better. I am more energetic, I'm more happy, I can get things done, life has become good, but they are barely scratching on the surface. एंड थिंक अबाउट इट, व्हेन पूरी दुनिया जो है वो इंडिया के योगा में डूबने की कोशिश कर रही है, वी आर इन इंडिया, वी नीड टू बी लर्निंग अबाउट योगा, राइट? Just like we learn about any other subject. So what I will ask each of you to do is, you all learned Bhastrika today, right? You all learned how to do Bhastrika. Use it. It's actually, US में I like to call Bhastrika pranayam yogic coffee. क्यों योगिक कॉफी बुलाते हैं? कॉफी हम लोग कब पीते हैं? जब आफ्टरनून में, दोपहर में नींद आ रही होती है, अटेंशन थोड़ा गड़बड़ा रहा होता है, तो उस समय क्या हम चाय कॉफी के लिए जाते हैं, राइट? कॉफी पी के एनर्जी आ जाती है। जब आपके दोपहर में वैसी फीलिंग हो रही हो, तो उस समय यू जस्ट डू few rounds of Bhastrika, and then you see how your energy will go up and you won't need that coffee. वो चाय कॉफी की उस समय जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. So just observe, just do some Bhastrika, and Bhastrika करने के बाद आंखें बंद करके, बस थोड़ी देर आंखें बंद करके just observe. कुछ नहीं तो अपने सांस पे ध्यान ले जाए, बस चंद मिनटों के लिए, 2 से 3 मिनट के लिए भी अगर आपने अपने आंखों को बंद रख के अपनी सांस की तरफ ध्यान ले गए और बस सांस अंदर आ रही है जा रही है, बस उसे ऑब्जर्व करें. After Bhastrika, you will immediately feel more energized and calm right away. And then, of course, if you want to really learn, nahi mujhe seekhna hai, then get hold of a meditation instructor and learn how to make that a part of your daily practice. And if you're one of those people who like to learn by reading, then there are many books that you can read. So many books or Vedic literature has been translated in English and Hindi. And one of these books that you can read if you want to learn more about yoga is called Patanjali Yoga Sutras. So I will recommend that book, Patanjali Yoga Sutras. You can read Patanjali Yoga Sutras. And Patanjali Yoga Sutras, I will recommend that you read the commentary by Sri Ravi Shankar, Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankar. The way he has translated the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, he takes all of this ancient knowledge and first of all translates it to where we can understand it, and then he also makes it relevant. वो हमारे इस 21st century के लिए उसको relevant बना देते हैं. It's beautiful. Read about it and you'll be able to learn more. So someone is asking, how can I concentrate? How can we concentrate our mind? So you concentrate your mind by not trying to concentrate your mind. Why? Because we think about concentration as something that we have to do. But what happens when you go into deep meditation, dhyana, when you are in deep in meditation, the concentration happens naturally. Your mind becomes focused, it becomes sharp. And then concentration just happens. Very often we think कि हमें कुछ करना है, लाइक वी थिंक, जब ध्यान करने के लिए बैठते हैं हम लोग, तो हम लोग सोचते हैं कि ध्यान करना है। जैसे ही आप सोचने लगे कि अभी मुझे ध्यान करना है, वो ध्यान होना बंद हो जाता है। Why? Simple. Remember, we talked about it. The mind does the opposite of what you want it to do. तो if you sit and think, अभी मुझे ध्यान करना है, और ध्यान से मेडिटेशन के थ्रू अब मैं concentrate कर पाऊंगी, बस neither concentration is happening nor meditation is happening. The only thing that's happening is you're thinking. So meditation is the art of doing nothing. What? पूरी लाइफ हम लोग, we have always been asked to do something. Never have we been asked to do nothing. But really, I know I'm making it sound as a joke, but it is not a joke. It's the truth. Meditation is the art of doing nothing. Because the moment you're doing something, you're not meditating. But even if you try to do nothing, then you're doing something. So, what is the best thing to do? Just close your eyes and just let whatever is happening, let it happen. If thoughts are coming, let them come. Don't try to fight the thoughts. Don't try to redirect your thoughts. Don't try to stop your thoughts. Just whatever is happening, let it happen. Noise is happening around you. Just accept the noise. Thoughts are coming, accept the thoughts. Something is itching in the back. पीठ में दर्द हो रही, just observe. हाँ, पीठ में दर्द हो रहा है. Just let it be. The moment you let it be, you let it go. The moment you let it go, meditation starts to happen. And the easiest way to bring the mind to the meditative state, दिमाग को meditative state में लाने के लिए सबसे आसान तरीका है प्राणायाम. प्राणायाम करते ही दिमाग जो है वो सेटल डाउन होने लगता है. अदरवाइज इट्स हार्डर. बिना प्राणायाम किए अगर आप ध्यान करने बैठ जाएंगे तो दिमाग एकदम अनसेटल्ड रहेगा. So read a little bit, maybe take a meditation class. If you want, you can reach out to the administration of your college. You can reach out to Dr. Bimlesh, and maybe he can even set up a full meditation instruction for you. Yeah, you can learn it the proper way. Someone is asking how can they stop the hair from falling through yoga. It is indeed true. See, when your mind is healthy, the body is healthy. We think it's the other way around. हम लोग हमेशा सोचते हैं body healthy रहेगा तो दिमाग भी healthy रहेगा. Yeah, to a certain extent it's true. But really, most of the diseases जो हमारे आसपास, majority of diseases जो होती हैं, वो सब दिमाग से शुरू होती हैं. जब दिमाग में टेंशन रहता है तो वो टेंशन बॉडी में ट्रांसलेट हो जाता है. जब दिमाग गर्म है, दिमाग ठंडा नहीं है, दिमाग काम नहीं है, तो क्या होता है? सबसे पहली चीज जो इफेक्ट होती है वो हमारे डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम है. मेनी ऑफ यू मस्ट हैव नोटिस दिस. डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम ठीक नहीं रहता है. वो कहाँ से पैदा होता है? डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम ठीक नहीं रहता है दिमाग से. जब दिमाग ठीक नहीं है, डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम ठीक नहीं रहता है. एंड वाइस वर्सा, जब दिमाग डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम ठीक नहीं है तो दिमाग भी ठीक नहीं रहेगा. और उसके बाद unlimited negative things will come up. Then what will happen? The body will start to feel sick. A lot of the illnesses हम सुनते हैं, जैसे थायराइड के बारे सुनते हैं, लोगों को थायराइड का प्रॉब्लम हो गया. You know where thyroid problems are born? In the gut. Digestive system ठीक नहीं है, वो दिमाग को अफेक्ट करता है, उससे थायराइड प्रॉब्लम होता है. Some of us get digestive issues, ulcers, other negative things, ADHD. ये सब नए नए modern illnesses के नेम है. Everything starts with the mind. Everything starts with the mind. When the mind is peaceful, The mind has the power to heal the body. So someone asked, how can I stop my hair from falling? Make your mind peaceful. And you will start seeing the diseases start having less of a hold on you. It's not like it's a miracle cure-all. Don't misunderstand me. But that is the first step. When the mind is peaceful, the body starts to heal. Less hair will automatically fall when the mind is peaceful. Why? There is less stress. Stress, more hair falling. Someone is asking, mind likes the negative. Why? Why does mind like the negative? Because that's the nature of the mind. It's a tendency of the mind. आप सोचिए, आप किसी पार्टी में जाते हैं, हाँ? कोई बहुत अच्छी पार्टी है, कॉलेज की पार्टी है, कॉलेज की पार्टी में गए, बहुत बन ठन के गए, हाँ, खूब अच्छा सा शर्ट पहना, एकदम अच्छे से. इफ यू आर अ गाय, यू शेव्ड वेल. If you're a girl, you combed your hair well and you went to a college party. You're dressed very nicely. And then some friend comes and tells you, अरे वाह, बड़ा अच्छा शर्ट पहना है, अरे वाह, बड़े अच्छे दिख रहे हो, you're looking very nice, you're looking this, you're looking that, nice dress, nice shoes, nice this, nice that. They gave you a lot of compliments, हाँ. उसके बाद बट एक बंदा आता है और बोलता है, ये कैसा पैंट पहना है, ये कोई कलर है पैंट का, कितना
क्या
बेकार लग
हुआ?
रहा है, हाँ. वो आके उसने एक नेगेटिव बात, एक एक बंदे ने एक नेगेटिव बात कह दी. उसके बाद आप पार्टी के बाद घर गए और दिमाग में क्या चल रहा है, उसने मेरे पैंट को ऐसा क्यों बोला, ये मेरे पैंट में क्या खराबी है, इतना अच्छा कलर का तो पैंट है, मेरे पैंट को उसने खराब बोला. You have forgotten all the other 20 compliments you got. 20 लोगों ने आपको कुछ कुछ अच्छी बातें बोली, वो तो आप भूल गए हो. बट एक बंदे ने नेगेटिव बोल दिया, दिमाग उसी को पकड़ के बैठा रहेगा. उसने नेगेटिव बोला, उसने नेगेटिव क्यों बोला. So you see what is happening. This is, if you notice in your day-to-day life, this is the tendency of our minds. Our mind tends to hook on to the negative. दिन भर में 10 अच्छी चीजें होंगी आपके साथ, लेकिन एक चीज अगर बुरी हो गई तो दिमाग में वही अटका रहेगा, या एक किसी ने कुछ बुरा बोल दिया, दिमाग में वही अटका रहेगा. That is, just become aware that that is the tendency of the mind. So the first trick to tricking the mind not to fall into these traps is to become aware. The moment you notice, look, मेरा दिमाग फिर से वही कर रहा है, it's trying to hold on to the negative. The moment you notice that, the awareness itself starts to free you. And then if you want to break away freely, there is only one answer to it, and that is what? Meditation. The more you meditate, the harder it is for these negative tendencies of our mind to grip onto you. You will still feel them coming, but their hold on you will not be that strong. It will get softer and weaker till they can't even hold on to you. And even if they do, they leave very quickly. That is the trick to it all. How do I fight? Why is my mind negative? Because the prana is low. When your prana is high, negativity runs away from you. And even if negative emotions come, they leave faster. And how do you make your prana high? By meditation, by doing yoga. Someone asked, what is the difference between meditation and yoga? Meditation is the part of yoga. So they're not different in a sense. They are inclusive. Yoga, a lot of people think of yoga as the physical postures, yoga asana. हम सूर्य नमस्कार कर रहे हैं तो हम उसको योगा कंसिडर करते हैं. Of course that is yoga, but that is only one aspect of yoga. In yoga shastras, yoga has 8 limbs or 8 aspects to it. आठ limb है योगा के. I will name those 8 limbs just for your knowledge and information. But the 8 limbs are yam, niyam, asan, which is the poses, pranayam, which we did, alternate nostril, bhastrika, those are pranayams. Then pratyahar. You can read about all of this more. Then comes dharana, then dhyan, and then samadhi. All these 8 things together is what is called yoga in the theoretical way. In the simpler to understand way, yoga is the union of body, mind, and spirit. When the union of body, mind, and spirit happens, then yoga is happening. And meditation is a part of yoga. What other questions do you all have? Any questions that you have, you can ask. You can type your questions in the chat. And there are no right or wrong questions. So have you all noticed that all through our lives, we have this tendency that हम लोग कोई फ्यूचर में आने वाली कोई चीज के लिए इंतजार कर रहे होते हैं, है ना? we keep thinking, oh, जब हम स्कूल से ग्रेजुएट होंगे तब that will make me happy. और then we think, अच्छा जब अच्छे कॉलेज में हम चले जाएंगे, अच्छी डिग्री करने का मौका मिलेगा, तो then I'll be happy. Or we think when we graduate from college, then I'll be happy. अच्छा जॉब लगेगा तो I'll be happy. You know, एक गाड़ी मिल जाएगी तब I'll be happy. We keep thinking that, right? We keep thinking, oh, this, that. हम अपने ना खुशी को क्या बना देते हैं? हम अपने खुशी को मूविंग टारगेट बना देते हैं. हमेशा अपनी खुशी को किसी बाहर की चीज से एसोसिएट करके रख देते हैं. लेकिन क्या होता है? When you reach that target, when you get that job that you wanted, वो खुशी आप पकड़ सकते हैं? It's like, नहीं, वो खुशी तो somehow निकल जाती है हाथों से. उसके बाद you become like normal again. Why? Because we make life a moving target. We keep associating our happiness, हम अपनी खुशी को कोई नेक्स्ट इवेंट, नेक्स्ट चीज के साथ एसोसिएट करके रखते हैं. But if you really look at it, happiness comes from within, not from things outside. And that's very good as theory. But to feel it as practice, again, there is only one answer. When you sink deep into meditation, you suddenly find all of that well of happiness in you. And then every day becomes a happy day. And it's not like happiness, you know, we keep thinking happiness क्या है? हमेशा happy रहना चाहिए. नहीं, हमेशा happy रहना is not happiness. Life is not about that. Life में ups and downs आएंगे. But how do we respond to the ups and downs? Up में तो सब खुश रहते हैं. Down आता है तो हम दुखी हो जाते हैं. And it's okay to feel sad, but it's not okay to get stuck in it. Everything is changing. Knowing the knowledge that everything is changing and becoming unshakable is what we all really want in life. So there are lots of questions, nice questions. Someone is asking to say something about conscious mind and subconscious mind. So conscious mind is the most obvious. We have all these states in our own mind, right? The most obvious is our waking state. When we are awake, then we are using our five senses. We are seeing, hearing, tasting, interacting with the world around us. And we have this perception that we are awake. Then the second state, in broader terms, the second state is the dream state, in which our physical body is asleep. But we are in a dream-like environment in which, again, everything happening around us can feel very real. You can feel like you're touching, you can feel those emotions happening. You can feel like you're even eating and talking and doing things. That is the dream state. And the third and biggest category is our subconscious, our meditative state, which is also called the state of samadhi. The state of samadhi is not something that can be described, but it is something that can be experienced. And it's possible that many of you even experienced the state of samadhi right today when we were meditating. It may have even happened for 1 second. But the state of samadhi is, in order to try to explain it, I'll do my best. It's a state in which you may feel completely at peace or completely settled or completely light. You actually go to a feeling of non-being, where you feel like you're existing and not existing at the same time, where thoughts stop, even for a fraction of a second. When the thoughts stop, in that 1 second, you've experienced samadhi. And that even 1 second experience of samadhi, that deep state of rest, is what gives all this burst of energy and calmness and peacefulness and relaxation. And it's a very subtle space. The space happens right in between falling asleep and actually being asleep. So very often when people are new to meditation, I get this question. They ask me, I feel like I was falling asleep, but I was not truly asleep. Yes, that state in which you're feeling like you're falling asleep, but you're not actually asleep. That state is a meditative state, and that's the higher state of consciousness. And when you reach the higher state of consciousness, all kinds of positive effects start happening. The most obvious being you feel high energy, you feel positive, your prana is high, your energy is high, but other things also start happening to you. And that is your intuitive abilities start expanding. You naturally become more intuitive. Again, these are things to be experienced, and it's all possible. It's not about reaching siddhis or wanting to get siddhis. No, any want or desire becomes an obstacle. But those things naturally happen just by doing some meditation. Someone is asking, how can I control my anger? You see, in our body, we have these things called energy centers. Many of you must have heard of the word or term chakras. Have you all heard of the word or term chakras? Yeah, these chakras are energy centers in the body. One of the chakras or energy center is right in between our eyebrows, where the third eye is. भौं के ठीक बीच एक चक्रा है. ये चक्रास की क्या प्रॉपर्टी होती है कि when the energy, our subtle life force energy, whenever I say energy in yoga, It means the subtle life force energy. So when the subtle life force energy in our body is moving upwards, then each of these chakras are manifesting their positive attributes. So each of our chakras, they have positive and negative attributes associated with them. So when our energy is moving up, the positive attributes are coming up. When the energy is moving down, then the negative attributes are coming up. Anger is actually held in our middle eye chakra. So this third eye is what holds either awareness or anger. So when the energy is moving high up, then our awareness is extremely high. There is no anger. When the energy is moving down, there is anger. How do you control your anger? By making the energy move up. How do you make the energy move up? By doing meditation. That's it. How do you control your mind? You don't control your mind, but you can manage your mind. You can never control your mind, but you can manage your mind. And how can you manage your mind? Same answer, by meditation. Is it possible? 100%. How can you use yoga to concentrate? Same answer. The more you do yoga, the more you do meditation, concentration happens naturally, effortlessly. Oh, someone is asking, क्या meditation करने के लिए non-veg छोड़ना पड़ता है? नहीं. You don't have to leave non-veg food to do meditation. Meditation will still happen. You just have to do it. You have to sit and you have to do meditation, and meditation will happen. Forgetful. Someone is saying, बहुत जल्दी सब कुछ भूल जाती हूँ. How can you remember better? Again, by doing meditation. I know I'm sounding like a broken record. But that is true. The funny part is the answer to all your questions is meditation. You will notice when you start to meditate how you're not just able to retain so much more information, but suddenly you will be in a situation in which you will be saying something or sharing something, and you will know what to say. The words will start coming to you. They were always inside you. But when you are in that deep state of relaxed energy, you remember things faster, you remember things better, you know what to say, the answers come to you. I know it sounds magical, but this magic is true. You all need to experience it. See, in English we say, there's a saying, we say the proof of the pudding is in the eating. So I can keep talking to you about how good a pudding is, or a cake or a custard. I can keep telling you, ये बहुत अच्छा custard है, इसे खा के देखो, बहुत tasty है, बहुत स्वादिष्ट है, मुंह में एकदम melt हो जाता है, क्या flavor है. But all that is theory, right? Till you actually take a bite of the custard, you have not tasted the custard. I personally believe that happiness is about you. What you are, you handle the situation and all. Absolutely. Happiness is all about you. It's inside you. It's not about anything external to you. And when you're happy, things naturally happen. What should I do if I keep falling asleep while I meditate? If you're falling asleep while you're meditating, so the first thing I would do is make sure that I am getting enough sleep. The second thing I would do is not meditate either very late in the evening, like सोने से पहले if you try to meditate, more than likely you'll fall asleep. और बहुत खाना खाने के बाद, like लंच के बाद, या बहुत सारा हमने बहुत खाना खा लिया और तब अगर हम मेडिटेट करने बैठेंगे तो again we will fall asleep. It's natural. It's natural for the body. So as long as you're not meditating right after you're eating or right before bedtime, and you're making sure that you're getting enough sleep, then meditation will happen. And occasionally, if you fall asleep also, it's okay. Not a big deal. But you start with a seated position, and it's important. That's why we do meditation seated up. Because if we lie down and do meditation, we'll always fall asleep. So you start with seated up. Make sure your back is supported, the environment is good. Maybe don't turn off the light. If you fall asleep, don't turn off the light. Keep some light on. And then you can play a guided meditation and meditate. And maybe the first 10 minutes you meditate and then the next 5 minutes you fall asleep. It's okay. Slowly, slowly, it'll stop happening. The best time to do yoga, of course, is in the morning. But if morning is not possible, or you missed some day in the morning, then I will say do it any other time during the day, because you'd much rather do it than not do it. So of course, morning का सुबह का वक्त सबसे अच्छा वक्त होता है. Any other questions for me? Oh, someone is asking about eyesight. I wear glasses. How can we increase eyesight naturally? Good food, not staring at the screen so much, exercising, looking at green stuff, green things outside. When you look at greenery, it helps you. It helps soothe the eye, because, the eye's natural vision is actually at 25 meters, far away. And green objects soothe the eye. And in Ayurveda, I have never done it, but I have heard about it, and it has been recommended to me by certain Ayurvedic Vaidyas. In Ayurveda, there is a technique called Netra Jyoti. And if you find a good Ayurvedic center with lots of Ayurvedic practitioners there and Vaidyas there, then you can go and do the Netra Jyoti program. I think the Shri Shri School of Ayurveda in Bangalore does the Netra Jyoti program. You can find out more about it. It has been recommended to me, but I've never been in India for that long to get it done. But one of the Vaidyas told me that if I went and I did the Netra Jyoti program, I won't have to wear my glasses. So, yeah. So Netra Jyoti. Netra Jyoti, Ayurveda is actually a part of yoga too, right? It's all about mind, body complex, mind, body, and food. So when you go and do something like a program like that, they will be focusing on everything: eye exercises, food, meditation, exercise, yoga, and through a combination of all that, I think you can increase your eyesight naturally. Someone is asking if it is possible to manage mind without meditation. Is it possible for you to not feel hungry without eating food? No, right? So if you can't feel hungry without eating food, then how can you manage your mind without meditation? Food is needed for the body. Meditation is needed for the mind. Yes, someone wrote a nice conclusion. Meditation is very important for our life. It makes our mind strong to think and handle all situations. That is so very true. It does. It does. It has been a nice session, this session for all of you. And if you all want to learn more, you can reach out to Dr. Bimlesh Kumar. He can put you in touch with me. And we can plan something. There are whole courses which are designed specifically for folks in college, in universities and college. How can you better leverage everything that is available to you to lead your best life? So you can get in touch and we can figure something out. But any other questions? Oh, I like that. Someone said yoga se sab kuch hoga. That's a good one-liner. Yeah.
Ma'am,
Yeah. Did someone want to ask a question? You can unmute and ask too. Any questions, any doubts, anything that comes to mind? We have 15 more minutes of this session left. You can feel free to ask.
ma'am, I want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
Who is invented yoga?
Who knows? It's like you asking me who created the universe. I don't know.
No, ma'am.
I have no idea who invented yoga, but I do know names of people who have nurtured yoga and kept it alive and kept the knowledge alive through thousands of years. The beauty about yoga is there is no one taking credit for its invention. But if you look at our Vedic texts and the Puranas and the Upanishads, yoga has been around for a very long time. And it has been cognized. The word cognized means when typically when we learn knowledge or when we learn about something new, we read about it or someone tells us about it. And then we retain some of it, right? That's called Shruti. Sorry, that's called Smriti. When we retain some of that knowledge, we remember it by reading, by listening to someone. The other way in which knowledge is realized is called cognizing it or Shruti. All of you, I'm sure, are familiar with Shruti. Shruti happens when you're in a deep state of meditation because we are all already connected to the consciousness. We are all connected to the one consciousness. We just are not aware of it because we're caught up in our lives. And when you go into a deep state of meditation, then you can tap into the consciousness and all knowledge becomes available. And it is said that, our Rishi Munis of many, many centuries ago, they cognized all this knowledge. Everything that's in the Vedas, the Puranas, it was all cognized. When they were in very deep state of meditation, the knowledge just came to them, Shruti. And when it came to them, they passed it on to the people who were around them, their students, their disciples, people around them. And then slowly, over the centuries, some of this knowledge started to get written down so that it could be saved for future generations. So the birth of yoga lies very deep and no names are there. But the one name that's always associated with yoga is Patanjali. Not because Patanjali invented yoga, but because he summarized and revived it to a certain extent. What he essentially did is he took all of the yoga shastras and he summarized it in these things called sutras. And that's how Patanjali Yoga Sutras were born. And that Yoga Sutras has become the basis of all of the yogic knowledge that we are learning in this day and age. So, to a certain extent, a lot of people look up to Patanjali as the father of yoga. But he did not invent yoga. Yoga was already there, but he sustained it. And then Adi Shankaracharya is regarded as the reviver of the Vedic tradition. Many, many centuries ago, when the Vedic tradition was almost dying, it was Adi Shankaracharya who revived it and kept it alive. So, yes, we owe a lot to a long lineage of spiritual masters who have sustained and kept this tradition alive, kept the knowledge alive. Without that, you and I wouldn't have access to this.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am,
What?
one question.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
more.
go ahead.
Our Prime Minister Narendra Modi always saying, with the help of yoga, we become Vishguru. How is it possible?
With the help of yoga, we become what? I did not catch that word.
India will be Vishguru.
Vishwaguru. Oh, we become the teacher of the universe. Absolutely, he's 100% right. In fact, India has already become Vishwaguru. We just don't know it. I teach this to all kinds of people in the US, people who have come from all walks of life. Their thirst for the yogic knowledge is amazing. When they find it, some of them tell me, I have been looking for this for decades, for years. I went here, I went there. Finally, I found it. So, how does India become Vishwaguru? First of all, to become Vishwaguru, we have to learn it ourselves. And then when we learn it, we share it with others. We tell others about it. We say, yeah, let's learn a little bit about yoga. It is very true. It is very true. Even the West is realizing the importance. There's so much to yoga. Yeah, I can keep talking. Ah, nice question. Someone asked, what is the importance of mantra in yoga? Mantras are very powerful. Mantras have power because mantra is nothing but a vibration, sound, and sound is vibration. We think, we tend to think that all of our communication happens through words. Yes, words is a very important form of communication. But another form of communication, which is deeper than words, is vibration. In fact, we communicate more through our vibrations than we communicate through words. And then the deepest form of communication happens in complete silence. In complete silence. Mantras get their power from the vibrations, but mantras have to be chanted with exact pronunciation. You will always see, yogic practitioners, swamis, pandits, they will tell you not to chant the mantras in vain and not to chant the mantras without being taught. The mantra has to be taught to you, it has to be handed to you. And then when you chant it with full reverence, it benefits everything around you because those vibrations, they translate to everything around you. That's why chanting of mantras is so powerful. Yeah, so you can learn some mantras.
Yes, ma'am.
And you can chant them. The easiest to learn mantra is the Gayatri mantra, but I would recommend to get your Upanayan done, to get a thread ceremony done, and to be handed the Gayatri mantra to yourself before you chant it in that fashion. What else?
Nothing else, ma'am.
Very nice. I like that. If there is nothing else, that means you all are very content. And contentment is a very, very important attribute in our lives. When we are content, we are happy. When we are content, we are positive. If you all have an interest in yoga, read more about it, study more about yoga. Read the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, do some yoga and meditation yourself. Art of Living has a lot of apps. There is one app called the Abhyasa app. There are many free guided meditations you can do. How is yoga different kinds of fitness? When we are doing exercise, we are purely focusing on the physical aspect of our body. Purely physical. When we are doing yoga, we are combining our breath with our movement and then transcending to a deeper state of consciousness, the mind. Yoga is actually a beautiful dance that we do. And that's why when you see there are some yoga teachers, the really experienced ones, when you are doing yoga with them, they make yoga as a form of a dance. In fact, you don't even feel like you're doing different asanas. It feels like one asana is flowing into the next, is flowing into the next. And it's all a beautiful movement. And you will always see that they will combine it with breath. They will always give you very specific instructions. As you breathe in, fold forward. As you breathe up, breathe out, come up, right? It's very, very specific instruction. So it's the combination of all of that that makes yoga happen. And yoga is a happening, it's not a doing. Exercise is a doing. Yoga is a happening. How can I reduce stress and unwanted thoughts? By meditating, by doing pranayama and meditation. Stress will be gone, unwanted thoughts, even if they come, they won't bother you as much. Yeah. It's really nice. I really, really enjoyed spending this time with all of you. It's early in the morning in the US. I had to wake up really early. And it's going to be 10 a.m. in the morning soon. So it was really nice spending this time with all of you. Oh, another question. Someone is asking, I want to know who was the first yoga's teacher. I have no idea. Who knows? Could have been anyone. But every single person has been talking and teaching yoga. It goes back even to the time of Ramayana. Vasishtha Muni. All of you have heard of Vasishtha Muni, I'm sure. When Lord Ram felt disillusioned
Ma'am,
with the world.
I don't know, ma'am.
What don't you know? So when Lord Ram felt disillusioned with the world and he wanted to find out what is the point of all this? What is the point of existence? Why am I here? Where am I to begin with and who am I? Then he went to Vashishta Muni, and Vashishta Muni answered his questions. And those questions are documented in the form of, it's called Yoga Vashishta. So
Thank you.
Vashishta Muni also taught yoga. And I'm sure someone before him also taught yoga. And someone before that unknown person also taught yoga. So who knows? The story of Patanjali is also very interesting. You can read it sometime.
Hello.
Okay.
Yes, Dr. Bimle.
Ranjan. Ranjan.
Okay, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Ranjan,
sir.
now you conclude. Hello.
Okay, okay, sir.
Hello.
Okay.
You conclude
Okay,
now
sir.
already.
Okay. Good evening, one and all gathered here. I am Kumar Ranjan, faculty of Government Polytechnic Madhepura. On the wonderful evening, I would like to present the vote of thanks. It's matter of pride for me that I got chance to thank everyone present here. I extend my gratitude to our honorable speaker, Mrs. Neha Kumar ma'am, to take out time from his busy schedule to grace the event. Thank you for inspiring and encouraging us with your words. A special thanks to Dr. Vimlesh Kumar, Principal of Government Polytechnic Purnea, Araria and Madhepura, for providing immense support to make this webinar successful. I must thank the organizing team to make this webinar successful.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for organizing this and hosting me. It was really
Thank you, ma'am.
nice. I enjoyed being here, and the questions were very nice. And maybe I'll see you all again sometime. Who knows? But until that time, keep smiling. Lovely meeting all of you. And maybe we can organize a course. Who knows? Wonderful. Have a beautiful rest of the evening. It's evening in India. Yeah, it was my pleasure. It was my pleasure to spend this time with all of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Wonderful. Any questions? You all can reach out to me through Dr. Bimlesh. Any more questions, that is. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Okay,
Namaskar.
ma'am. You can leave.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
पागल चम्मू में
Thank you,
Thank
everyone, for
you, ma'am.
participating.
Thank you so much, sir, for organizing such a beautiful webinar.
बुढ़ा निकला बुढ़ा निकला बुढ़ा निकला देख लो तुम ही कहीं नहीं